Hi everyone. So, learning about grandparents and them having to raise their grandchildren, it was pretty sad seeing some of the grandmas just feeling a little hopeless and helpless because they are struggling financially, and I'm sure it can be also very emotionally draining for them. Like they raised their kids already, and now they're taking their grandchildren in, and I'm sure it can just be very overwhelming for them, especially like hearing from the video that 19% of grandparents live in poverty. That's very sad, since the state is saving money for placing them with the grandparents, and the resources that they do have, sometimes they don't qualify. But it's how do they not qualify if there's going to be more mouths to feed? They are living in poverty, and it just sometimes that it just doesn't make sense to me. But and also sometimes the state doesn't provide those resources for them, as in, oh, maybe if you apply for this, you can try this, or keep applying, and just stuff like that. Some people may not know that there are resources available in their community. So with the statistics that 26,000 grandparents are raising 55,000 grandkids, that's pretty crazy to me, but it is understandable. Like, I have seen it when I was in the home visiting program. Some grandparents, I would meet with the grandparents, or other home visitors would meet with the grandparents instead of the parents, and it was either they got taken from their parents, or the parent just didn't want to be involved, and yeah, so the grandparent, they stepped up for them. And so it's a blessing in a way that grandparents step up to the plate, because they're still with their bio family, and they're able to learn about their family still and share memories. And it's more, I don't know, you just feel, I guess, more comfortable with family than for kids to be with a stranger. Like, I'm sure that can be very scary. But if I had to come up with a program, I would definitely say home visiting. It could be very helpful, and the case managers, and home visitors, they're able to provide those resources that families need. I know that when I was in home visiting, I was always trying to provide my families with any resources, any food drives that they were doing when they were struggling with that. Whenever they needed a job, I would help them with that as well. And also, I wasn't in charge of getting more funds, but I know that the director, she was the one always applying for grants and applying for stuff, so that we can at least purchase things to help our families. And yeah, so I think home visiting for sure, and just helping families feel that they're not alone, that there's resources, and that we as home visitors are a resource as well. And in one of the articles, they did talk about how during the pandemic 10% of families weren't seen and stuff, and it can be difficult. I'm not gonna lie, there's times where families will just ghost you. Families will not be consistent, and so that can be difficult. But I think you also just have to remind them, like, this is you didn't sign a contract to be in this program, but just do your best, and I'm gonna do my best to provide you with the resources. So yeah, that's all I have to say. Thank you.